And
stuff
Dancing with the Stars is fun. I don't know what's wrong with me. Somebody emailed me or DM'd me today, and just to say thank you for covering Dancing with Stars and not being ashamed about it.
All right. Well, we should start.
Yes, Dan, we've been waiting on you.
Me. I had to deal with a very dramatic Doberman who was not on SNL, and he's very upset about that.
Oh. Was he
Dustin,
getting beaten up by a cat?
Not right about? No, I think he was just sad because he's downstairs by himself. He can come upstairs anytime he wants, but he doesn't like being up here. I don't know.
Mine is where
I think we can do a quick episode.
Always is during the podcast. Just right there. Sleeping.
On her couch.
Yep.
Penny.
Which no one else sits on, because if you do, you stand up and your entire body is covered in hair.
That's how it goes. Anyway, welcome to another episode of Podjiba, the Pajiba Television Podcast. We're back after last week. Dustin was, I think, abducted by teenagers, if I remember
Something
correctly.
like that. Actually, the teenagers had a sleepover, and it was so loud. It's too loud that we can't do the podcast because there's no way to escape it because they watch horror movies. So I went to karaoke.
Oh, so you used that as an excuse to go, like, live your life.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Since I already couldn't do it, I went.
Right, but you could have.
But no, I couldn't have podcasted. Not honestly.
I personally think what our podcast needs is a chorus of screaming girls.
Yeah.
We already have a train.
Nothing you've ever heard.
Okay, well, what did you sing at karaoke? Or did you not sing? Did you just lurk? Are you a lurker?
I didn't go to lurk, and I didn't end up singing because the people that I was with, one person sang because she dragged us out so that she could sing. And then after that, she left. And then we just decided to leave and go to another bar and drink.
Oh, is this like bar with a stage, not like private room karaoke?
It didn't have a stage, weirdly. It was like, but it was a bar. They just give you like a cordless mic and you can walk around and sing. Oh,
okay. But it's not. It's public. Like everyone in the bar can hear you, not just your friends.
Yes, and the drinks are cheap and disgusting, and it's hosted by drag queens, and people weirdly pick really obscure songs that I've never heard of to sing. And I'm like, what are you doing? Is this karaoke? You pick crowd pleasers. That's how karaoke works.
Not
you pick what's in your range.
Maine.
No, you don't pick the weird punk song that no one's heard of.
I don't know. I use picking the weird songs specifically to get out of karaoke. Like I come up with really elaborate rules for like I'll do karaoke, love karaoke, but I'll only do songs, Madonna songs from the Dick Tracy soundtrack. Oh. Or I'll only do Robbie Williams, but not Millennium.
See, I only do crowd pleasers because if you do that, then everybody sings along and you don't have to sing well.
No, it doesn't. That's not what karaoke is about. Karaoke is about showing off your pipes.
I have
and showing them, and then being discovered by a record A&R rep who happens to be in the bar.
I sing Sweet Caroline because everybody sings along, and everybody hates it, but everybody sings along.
Everybody hates it though.
Yes, but then they're drunk and they go ba ba ba, and then you're covered.
That's
but you didn't do that.
No, I didn't.
I don't remember this wasn't actually a karaoke thing, but I do remember being very drunk in bars in New York. Tori, I wonder if you had a similar experience where at a certain point, if there's like a public jukebox, at a certain point, someone puts on like Bon Jovi and then everyone sings to Bon Jovi. Yes. And it's like, no one likes this song, but everyone knows it. And we're all drunk. So
it's perfect.
Bon Jovi is peak that.
Yeah, that's why I love Bon Jovi. And actually, I told the people if I was going to sing something that night, it would be Bon Jovi.
Actually, you know what the most fun song, and it's not something I ever would have thought of until I think my friends rented a karaoke machine for a party one time, and we all just were like sitting around, like seeing what was on it. And somebody started playing Frank Sinatra "My Way." That
I can
because
see
it's
that
just
working.
because you don't have to sing it well. Because like half the
Yeah.
time he's not singing; he's just kind of like talking with attitude, and so you can get like really weird with it. It's a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
I could see that working. Yeah,
That's
and
a
then
good
people will
one.
get into it. Yeah.
I did it my way. You just like it doesn't matter. You can sing it however.
Can you just do that voice the rest of the night?
Literally don't know what I just did.
Anyway, that's Pajiba managing editor Tori Preston.
Any A&R reps want to reach me. I'm on Blue Sky.
And he's known around his corner of Maine as Old Dan Tucker, but his real name is Dustin Rolls.
Old Dan Tucker was a mighty man, washed his face with a frying pan. This is not familiar to you?
No.
Had a toothache in his heel. No, nothing ringing. Jesus, you guys didn't grow up in the South at all.
That's true.
No.
I think that's accurate.
It's a great song.
Dustin, I wanted to shame you for not talking about the Doberman on SNL wearing the wig with bangs. How did you miss it?
I don't know.
It's gonna be in the post. It's gonna be basically all my post is about.
And the funny thing is, you sent me the Doberman picture, and now I don't remember if that was from the Bob sketch or it was from the bad haircut sketch.
Of course, it's from the Bob sketch.
Okay, I'm just because I'm now for some reason remembering the dog with that bad haircut that Ashley Padilla had in that great bad haircut sketch. It was a good episode.
It was a good episode. Glenn Powell, very game, which is nice. Yeah. Also, like weirdly, it felt like I don't know, Dustin, if you had a similar reaction, but it felt like the supporting players got to do more than like an average episode, like the newer cast.
That guy that was in the Pinwheel sketch, I still don't know his name. He was all over this episode.
Oh, I finally figured out his name is Jeremy Culhane.
Okay, him.
Because I keep thinking that the other one is also Jeremy Culhane.
I did. Okay.
The one with the 90s haircut. But,
okay.
Like if I see them both on screen at the same time, I keep thinking that one's Jeremy Culhane. No, that one's Jeremy Culhane.
Did you figure out who the other one was?
I looked his name up and I have already forgotten, but now I've remembered it's Tommy Brennan.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I remember.
Because he looks like he has the haircut of Matt Damon in Good Will Hunting. And Tommy Brennan sounds like he's from Boston.
Yep. That tracks. He was on the episode a few times too. I like this new cast. It's time for the old people. Mikey's been around forever. He had his 700th sketch this week.
He's just good to have around.
He was actually in that bad haircut sketch. The best part of that when he was like, "No, I hate it."
Wait, is he the one that hosts? Is it Cake?
Yes.
Good for him.
I like Mikey, and he and Streeter Seidel, I think, write half the show.
Yeah, and you want to get rid of him.
Well, I mean, the writing hasn't been great this season.
They're trying to figure out how to work with this cast. It takes a while.
I think weirder is better.
That is something I never would have expected you to say.
That is true. Because typically, I don't feel that way.
You don't like weird.
That is true. Yeah, I don't know, but with this cast, it seems to work. There's no movies.
Speaking of Glenn Powell, sorry to take a detour to movies, but you saw Running Man, right?
I did, and
what did you think?
I agreed with your review. Like, I liked it. It just felt like it was holding back. Like,
Right.
I wanted it wasn't Edgar Wrighty enough.
Exactly. Yeah. It was weird. It just was
Yeah.
like, it was weird because I was like, I enjoyed it and I still walked away
Yeah.
unsatisfied. It took me a while
Yeah.
to be like, I wonder why. It just,
Yeah. It was fine. And then I saw Begonia after, and that was just fucking weird and fun and weird.
and did you see Keeper this weekend or no?
No, I saw
You
Begonia
didn't.
instead. Keeper, the reviews were not great, and it's the exact kind of horror movie I hate, which is
Oh,
just atmospheric, random,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
not my thing.
That's fine. But still, it felt nice to have like a lot of options in theaters. I feel like most
I saw
weekends,
3 movies.
Mhm.
yeah.
And now it's just Wicked for the next month.
Are they re-releasing part 1 in theaters or what's going on?
They did this week.
They did. I was wondering because there was a trailer in front of Running Man, and I was like, I am not familiar with Wicked other than having seen The Wizard of Oz. Like I'm like, I didn't watch the first part. I've never seen the play. I've never read the book, but like I was watching the trailer and I'm like, I swear to God, this is the first movie. Like they're at school. I feel like the second movie they wouldn't be at school anymore. Like, why is there a trailer for the first movie in here? So yeah, they re-released it.
It's really good, Tori.
I'm sure I would love it. I love musicals.
I mean, I don't know if the second one's any good, but the first one was really good.
Yeah.
And like, I expected to hate it.
Yeah. Maybe I'll watch it.
You won't.
Not if I have 5 2-hour episodes of Strangers with Stranger Things to get through.
Ooh, 5 2-hour episodes of Strangers with Candy is, I think, where your brain was going.
That was exactly where my brain was going, and I wouldn't have been complaining. That would have been like, I'm sorry, I need to take a vacation. I have 5 2-hour episodes of Strangers with Candy to like soak in. See, that's what, like, everyone's talking about what Stephen Colbert is going to do after his show's off the air. And it's like, oh, he's going to do a podcast. And he will do a podcast. Of course, he'll do a podcast. But, like, he should do another show with Amy Sedaris.
Mm-hmm.
Would you listen to his podcast?
What's it about?
It's just going to be another celebrity guest podcast, like Conan's or Polar's. It'll be a little more edgier than Polar's, but not as wacky as Conan's.
I listened to his podcast when he was like prepping for Late Show.
Yeah,
because they did like a limited podcast as he was getting ready. It was pleasant enough.
Yeah.
The main thing is not what I want.
The main thing that was fun was that he kept talking about how he was recording in what he described as a man-sized closet, which I think was like in his office. There was just some cabinet that he would like literally sit in and record because the acoustics were really good.
Yeah.
And that's all I remember.
I think more now that we've like all podcasts are pivoting to having like the YouTube component, I would really like to see that more. Just like people in closets.
Why aren't we on YouTube, Dan?
Actually, it's funny that you mentioned that, Dustin, because I could. I was going to mention this, and I forgot, but now you've reminded me. So we use Riverside as our recording software, and so we have video as we record. It's just for us to see each other. But Riverside does do like an automatic
YouTube
video.
Upload?
Well, video. There's probably an automatic upload. I haven't looked at that, but there's an automatic export of the video, and it will actually like edit, like cut. I don't know. It decides like when to cut to who, based on who's talking or whatever. So if we ever wanted to become a video podcast and like dress up our backgrounds or not, I don't care. We technically have all the raw footage to do that, and I don't have to edit anything, except I guess I have to edit the intro or something. But if I could figure out how to play the intro music in this recording, which I'm sure we can do, and I've just
hold
never
up your
done
phone.
it, I could do that. Then we wouldn't even need to. Yeah.
Okay, but realistically, we're recording this at we start talking at 9:00 at night. It is now what 10:15.
Yeah, for you guys.
For us, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, if we did a video, would I need to not be in pajamas?
No, you
I
can
think
look like
pajamas
whatever
are
you
fine.
want.
Okay,
That's a personal choice.
Yeah, I watched
Okay.
the Bulwark podcast, and they're like in their weird houses with their wearing whatever they feel like wearing that day, and they do great.
All right. Maybe we should let our listeners decide. If anyone feels strongly about wanting to see our faces while we do this, I would apologize for my face while I do this. I wouldn't want to look at my face. But they can let us know in the comments.
Yeah. I would actually have to look like I would be worried about what I look like because I feel like I look gross. But
You both look great.
Dustin, you don't get to talk because you have like your weird backlighting behind you, so it's giving you like a little halo effect.
Dustin's camera always looks like someone just covered it with just a.
You have like that 1930s black and white film filter where everything's slightly angelic for some reason.
Well,
it's like sepia toned and also blurry. I don't know. It's too much Vaseline.
Yeah. Anyway, television. Actually, wait, before television, Dustin, what's in that glass? It looks familiar.
A Paloma.
Okay.
Old school, yeah.
Oh, tequila. You did tequila.
Yeah.
You're back on the sauce.
Yeah.
I'm having a vodka lemonade, strawberry honeyberry.
Oh.
In a can. Tastes like
very
candy.
nice.
Fine.
I'm down to my last Japanese beer, so I'm savoring it. Although I am going to a Japanese market tomorrow, so maybe I'll get more. We'll see. Not always in the mood. And it's getting colder. It finally rained. And, it's better for I feel like hard liquor is better for when it's cold. But
you're in LA. It doesn't get cold.
Dustin, it's been raining. I had to go to a wedding and it was very cold.
Wow. When you say very cold, what do you mean? Like 50?
It was like 50s and wet. Yeah. It was outside. I mean, it was like we're in our tent, but you're still getting wet at some point when you go get drinks and stuff.
We were supposed to have. There was a big winter storm warning or whatever, and it was supposed to be 10 to 18 inches in the higher elevation.
Jesus!
But it was supposed to be a lot. We got 3 inches. But everyone was like, is school going to be canceled? Everyone's waiting to see what the day is going to be. We thought today was going to be a nightmare. And then it was 3 inches. It was fine.
It's way too early for that.
Yeah, but the jump scare, the 10 to 18 inch jump scare. No, I'm not ready. I haven't put away. There's all stuff in my yard.
Leaves, exactly.
We should talk about Survivor first.
Oh, we should.
I'm sure we were going to. I just want to. So I feel like there are people who listen to the podcast just for Survivor.
Is it because you know all of them, Tori?
Yeah.
Also, my daughter. She only listens to the Survivor parts.
Oh, no, then we had better hold on to Survivor. Does she fast forward or would she listen to everything else?
She does fast forward. Dan has the little time
chapter marks.
She does, yeah.
So she skips all of our hilarious banter?
Sometimes she listens to it. She just wants to hear the Survivor stuff.
Yeah.
I will say, I would skip it, Tori, except that the podcasts that I listen to that don't have timestamps, I get so angry because I'm just just let me get to the one story I'm interested in. I don't want to hear your nonsense, whatever takes about things I don't care about. Anyway, Survivor.
Or this entire podcast.
Yeah. All right. So we missed 2 weeks because, again, Dustin was singing karaoke. But So Dustin's last week. Dustin's they got to the merge. Dustin's favorite Nate,
Nate.
was eliminated.
Yes.
It wasn't that surprising. Because he was just in the
safe choice. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a safe choice. This week, MC was voted out, which is a bummer because she seemed like she had a pretty good read on the game. And she seemed like she had a good balance of she's pretty good she's a good physical player, pretty good read, maybe not as strong socially as some of the other, like that might have been her weak point, if anything. But yeah, it is getting exciting.
It was a little messy too, because like she went and told, that was the whole thing. She told Juwan what Sophie was going to do.
Right.
And she could have just kept her mouth shut, but she was very much like, I don't want to lie to you because I think that you, and it was like, not really. It was kind of, it just felt like, and she was the one who had come into Survivor late. Like she wasn't a long time fan. She'd only started watching more recently. Mm-hmm. And it felt like that move of like, kind of forgetting that like, there are times where you put your neck out because you're going to build that relationship. And there are other times where it's like, you're kind of just putting a target on your back for no reason. Like this has nothing to do with you. You can just kind of like, you could have let it roll.
Right.
And it was weird that like it did rebound on her because it shouldn't have. It should have rebounded back on Sophie. Mm-hmm. So it was a weird combination of like them still kind of doing this safe choice thing. That didn't make sense, but it was a great episode because that was the one where Savannah won immunity, right?
Mm-hmm. And then they split into two.
Well, they had split into two tribes or two mini whatever groups. Savannah won immunity and won like a reward for her group, but then part of her reward was to go to the losing tribe, get to hang out, and also cast a vote.
Right, if she wanted to, or she could save it.
Or she could save it, and she chose to save it, which, like, duh.
Yeah.
But it was interesting that, like, Rizzo was on that team and should have been the vote. Mm-hmm. Should have been very obvious, especially given that he
or at least should have been forced to flush his idol.
Yes.
Right, he should have been forced to flush his idol.
What the hell, dude?
They didn't even, because he didn't have to flush it. And he wouldn't have. That was the thing. Like their whole game was to make him like, confident enough that he wouldn't play it.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, "There's no way that's going to happen. He's going to play it no matter what."
Yeah, he didn't. Like
insane.
It was so.
What is wrong with that guy?
An idiot, but like it worked. He is the luckiest idiot.
I will say, I think it does. I mean, he's said as much in some of his confessionals that he's looking at it as like. He plays it now. He guarantees himself to get to the next day, but it doesn't. If his goal is truly to win, then having the idol as long as he can, like obviously that helps him. The longer he can hold on to it.
Well,
and so
unless you go home with an idol in your pocket,
right. But that's kind of the calculation that he seems to be making, which is that like he would rather go home with an idol in his pocket and take that chance versus trying to hold it until he absolutely knows he needs it, or that an ally needs it, or whatever.
Yeah.
There was no reason for him not to need it. There's no reason they shouldn't have at least flushed it.
They should have. Yeah. They did all agree until. And Sophie's point was valid, which was, she was putting herself, and that was the thing. She was putting herself up as the like, tell everyone you're voting for me, which like most of the time. When like a plan like that goes around, whoever they're saying, okay, we're just going to tell them we're putting your name down. That person always gets offended.
Right.
And gets mad and starts running around behind trying to like change things. Right. Sophie was putting herself forward. Mm-hmm. Like that was really interesting. But because she was honest with MC and said, okay, but also I'm telling everyone to put my name other than, whatever, we're going to vote Rizzo, but I'm going to, just in case I'm going to put a vote on Juwan just so that like, if Rizzo plays his idol, it's not just me. There's at least like a tie.
Right.
Which makes sense.
Yes.
Not great for Juwan, obviously.
No.
But like MC, like I feel like that was at least an honorable enough play that it's like, just keep your mouth shut and let it happen.
Mm.
But and I'm bummed because I really, really like MC.
Yeah.
But she decided to tell Juwan, which then turned into a whole thing. And then she apparently in the exit interview, like, knew what was going on because there was the whole like drama of everyone whispering at Tribal, and it was all fake. Like everyone
Right.
knew what they were doing.
Right.
She just was trying to like.
It sounded
shake
like she was
things
just
up.
trying to cause chaos.
Yeah, which good for her. Like awesome. But so it's getting interesting, and Savannah and Rizzo, who should be on the bottom, once again, like Savannah had
all the
power
power
and
somehow.
Rizzo didn't. Yeah, like it's.
But also, do you find yourself like Savannah and Rizzo are not my favorite players? Savannah, in fact, I find obnoxious, and yet I'm rooting for those two and Sophie the whole time for some, just because they're in the bottom. I was like rooting for those tribes to split up exactly that way.
Yeah.
So that Savannah could save Sophie, and then Rizzo would have the immunity, and he'd be safe. And that's all I wanted, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I think. Well, it's interesting because it's like. This is one of those things on Survivor where, like, I have always been rooting for Savannah. I don't think, like, in person, I would hate her. But on the show, she's
great TV.
I just love. She's good TV. She's playing it so hard, and she's so like intense. And I kind of appreciate that. This like unself-conscious, like just intensity that she has. Rizzo being so cocky, baselessly cocky. You know, it's like they're actually like they're interesting characters. Whereas I feel like this season has been plagued by people who like seem pretty nice, but are like kind of boring.
Except for Sage. Sage is the other one I love.
Sage is like the good balance of like likable and also good TV.
Yeah.
Shannon, but I do wonder, like, you know, without Shannon there as her like nemesis.
Yeah, why didn't anyone even think for a second to vote out Sage this week when
Sage was obviously
Rizzo
running
and Savannah could have taken her out because she was running the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think she's just not seen as a threat because she's a little weird. And so like people are definitely, at least based on the edit, definitely feels like people are still underestimating her and don't really.
And I think she's even if they're not seeing her as much of a threat, she's benefiting from the fact that Sophie is such an obvious physical threat or such an obvious whatever. Like there are more obvious threats right now. I think it'll be interesting in a couple episodes when some of those bigger physical threats get taken down, and it's really much more about the gameplay, how Sage fares. Or
she was the only one that was like, we should still be voting Rizzo out no matter what, because she's the smartest player.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Savannah.
Yeah. Savannah is crazy though. She has crazy eyes.
She is. She's completely crazy. And apparently her outing her coworker like went viral on Reddit, and that particular coworker got called like people were like shit talking that coworker, and there was a lot of drama. And then I think she had to apologize and ask people to leave her alone.
Oh. Well. I mean, that was also such an interesting thing. She like brings up out of nowhere. She's so awkward.
Yes.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. Have I told you about this traumatic thing that happened to me in the past? Yeah, with like tears in her eyes, but it's like you're just looking for sympathy.
That was also weirdly like at least of the new era. Like I'm not saying it's not traumatic in its way.
Yeah.
But when we get like the very special trauma moment from Survivor, that was definitely the least traumatic.
Yeah.
It was like
coworkers were mean
I had mean coworkers.
Yeah.
Versus like the people who are like, my mom died when I was 4 or something.
Yeah. My girl's gonna dump me unless I won't have my baby unless I make money. But no, but then it was like Savannah wasn't her whole thing. Like, and then I stopped eating and got anxious, and it had some impact on her being able to have a kid. It was this whole thing. But I was like, if stress and not eating are a part of your trauma,
right?
Don't have kids.
And
no,
and that
no. Don't go on Survivor, the show that is
Yes,
incredibly
right.
stressful and
Right.
doesn't feed you.
Right. But that part was kind of like sidelined. Like that was like an aside to her story of I mean, I'm not again, I'm not judging her trauma.
No.
I'm not minimizing her situation. I'm just saying that that was not the focus of the focus of her story was not I can't have kids or I had an eating issue.
Right.
It was they were bullying me, which again, terrible, but not.
It's exactly my go-to when I show up on Survivor. My podcast co-hosts bully me all the time.
Dustin, the moment you say that you have a podcast, they're just going to vote you out. Nobody wants to vote for a podcast. We
all saw what happened to Jon Favreau.
Yeah, Jon Favreau went quickly. The podcaster who worked for
that's right.
Has a podcast went quickly. So nobody wants a podcast. No one wants a podcaster to win, Dustin.
Fine.
Also, you're not primarily a podcaster. You are. This is like a secondary thing.
We're not even on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, is it even a podcast?
No one knows what you look like. We don't have ads. We could have ads, but we're not going to. I mean, unless we run the experiment for fun, but we're not going to do
Apparently, I look like Kevin Stefanski.
Who?
Nobody knows who that is.
Yeah.
Although I do want to look up if that's actually true.
It is a little bit.
Look up who it is.
He is a football coach of some kind. Cleveland?
Yeah. I
was hoping he was like a Goo doll.
Oh, that'd be so much better. I mean, I guess if like in like a generic white guy kind of way, sure. I don't know.
All bearded white guys look the same.
Yeah, you both have beards and you're wearing hats.
Well, there you go.
I wouldn't. Is that a beard or is that just you haven't shaved?
Well, yeah, but that's the level of beard that this guy also has.
This guy has? Okay.
Yeah. So.
It is a beard. Well, okay, your husband has a real beard.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My threshold for what's a beard is like pretty. Yeah, call me when it's down to your nipples.
All right. Well, Survivor is at least getting interesting. How many people are left? 8 people left? 9 people left? 9 people left.
9 people left, yeah.
And we'll see. We'll see where that goes. Speaking of competition shows, I'm just shoehorning this in very briefly, selfishly, because that's what I'm doing.
Because you've been waiting so long.
Yeah. I finally started watching Physical Asia, which means that all of you get to finally hear about Physical Asia. It is the 3rd season of Physical 100, which is the South Korean competition show where they get all these athletes who are like Olympians, firefighters, strongmen, professional athlete, like all different disciplines, and they get them to enter this. They put them through like crazy competitions to see, who's the most fit. But this season, so they did 2 seasons of that, and this is the 3rd season. But this season they changed it up, maybe because to put 100 South Korean elite athletes on a show 2 seasons in a row, how many more are you going to find?
Left, yeah.
So this year it's called Physical Asia, and they instead of doing 100 mostly South Koreans with a few foreigners mixed in who live there, it's 8 teams of 6, so I guess it's 48 athletes, but from 8 different countries. So they're actually they're competing against the other countries. So it was of the initial 8. I'm gonna see if I can get this off the top of my head. Korea, Japan, Thailand, Mongolia, Philippines, Australia, shoot, I'm missing two. Not Vietnam. Did I say Thailand? I said Thailand.
You did. What about Indonesia?
Indonesia, and I'm missing one more. Oh, and Turkey.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So those are the 8. It's all athletes from those countries representing their country. Philippines had Manny Pacquiao. He was their captain, and also he was also, I think, the oldest person in the competition.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of. I mean, look, if you like physical 100, it's fun because they continue to do insane challenges where, again, these are like either like elite CrossFitters, elite like Olympians, professional athletes, and you watch them do these challenges, and by the end they're gassed. So it's like these are insane challenges that they're doing.
Do any of them? Do you get any of the like awesome? Because I'm just thinking like you could get the cool like all the martial arts guys. Like do they get any of the like? I mean, I'm not saying you're gonna get like Eco UAS or whatever, but like you could get some of those kind of guys.
Right.
Do they get any of those, like, actor fighter style, or
no,
is it just like
no actor there? The closest you'd get to that is there are a couple of people who were like professional athletes of some kind and have become actors or personalities in their country. But there are people who are like UFC fighters, or some of them are like retired UFC fighters. You have a couple of them have been on other shows. The Korean team, weirdly, all of them or almost all of them have been on Physical 100, so it feels like they have a little bit of an advantage. But
they know,
including the guy who won season 2 is on the Korean team.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But Korea is not the favorite. I'm 8 episodes in. I think there's going to be 12, but Australia has actually been the most dominant so far. Australia randomly they have a parkour guy who his name is Dom Tomato or Tomato. I don't know. But I didn't know his name, but I had randomly seen parkour videos like on YouTube, and like it's just like he's like a Australian guy with a ponytail. So I'm like, oh, yeah, Australian guy with a ponytail doing parkour. But I'm like, oh, it's that guy. So
it would be awesome if the Australia team was just actually like Survivor winners.
That would be great also. But anyway, it is fun. It's also interesting just because there's a little bit of a language barrier. I mean, obviously a lot of them don't speak the other languages, although a fair amount of them speak some English, so that kind of becomes the default sometimes.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's also just interesting to see like athletes from like all the Mongolian athletes are like really, they look just like really strong, and you're like, oh, that's different than like the Japanese team where they're most of them are kind of small. Like they're strong and they're like elite athletes, but they're not nearly as big. Or like the Philippines team had like a guy who is Filipino and I think white, but he was born in Japan, but he sounds American. And then they have another guy who sounds Australian, but he's like Filipino. I don't know. So it's interesting to see the different groups and the different athletes. And
but the competitions have been good.
The competitions have been good. And one other thing that's been nice about this, because it's teams, and so each team has 4 men and 2 women. So one downside of the Physical 100 format is that they do some team challenges, but it's ultimately an individual competition. And so, but they had men and women, and so eventually the women would get eliminated just because like there were too many things that were relied on just like brute strength.
Right.
So like it was like, it's great. These women are insanely in shape, but none of them are going to win at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Or none of them have won, I guess, put it that way. But in this one, it's men and women, and they're still competing against each other. Like in some of the team challenges, you have to choose who you're going to put into which competition. So there are parts where it's like men versus women, or like 1 man and 1 woman versus 2 women, or 1 man and 1 woman versus 2 men, or whatever. So it's, I don't know. It's a lot of fun. And it's also, you can tell how brutal it is because they also designated at the start, they said if anyone gets injured, there are alternates, like your team has alternates, and several teams have had to call in at least one alternate.
Oh, shit.
So, and you
Oh,
can
wow.
see as they go through, like they're getting more and more like bandaged up, or like some of them have like cuts and stuff, and it's it looks pretty brutal, but it is a lot of fun to watch, especially if you're eating barbecue on your couch, which I might have been doing yesterday. So
I love that.
anyway, that's Physical Asia. It is on Netflix. 9 episodes are out so far. I think it's supposed to be 12, but I'm actually not sure about that. But anyway, go watch it.
Dan,
the Koreans are ahead of the game in terms of competition reality. So
You know what else is fun to eat, to watch while you're eating barbecue? Jessie cheated on her husband, who is already a Mormon guy. He's sensitive
Oh my
to
God. Are you
this
talking about
sort of thing.
Mormon wives?
He's sensitive to this because his wife already makes more money than him. So he's like, he feels emasculated by that, but he sucks it up. And then his wife cheats on him. And then he feels like further emasculated by that. And then her friends are going around saying that Jesse told them that he also has a small wiener. And I'm like, oh, that poor guy. All of this is on TV. Anyway, that's Mormon Housewives.
Are they going to get a divorce? Do they get divorced on this show?
They do, and almost all of these women have been divorced, and they're like 25, and they all have like 3 kids, and there's at least 2 of them pregnant in every single season.
Speaking of people who are really unhappy, love that was Pluribus this week.
Yes.
Just the proof. So, like, episode 1, what was the apocalypse?
mm-hmm.
Episode 2, what's the hive? Like, what's their deal?
Mm-hmm.
That was basically what they kind of explored. Episode 3 was really like, who's Carol? And I like that the answer is just unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just you have the entire world is built around making people happy, and they have run up against the one woman who has free will and is just miserable. Like, is
And
not,
wants to be
cannot,
miserable.
and does not want to be happy. There is nothing they can do to make her happy. It's simple, but I'm like, I was just like that. It made for like a very nice episode. Like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, no, they're screwed. Like, this woman will just, it's not going to happen.
I love the show so far. I have no idea where it's going to go.
I
None.
don't know either.
Like, how do you do 2 seasons of this?
So it was interesting. After the second episode, I had a feeling like I was like, I don't think, and I still don't, like, this is not where it's going. But I was starting to see a path where it's like, actually, imagine if the heroic thing to do to like save the, would be to join the hive, not because she wants to be happy and not because they make a good case, but just because those lingering individuals with free will can do so much damage to these people who have no free will and no ability to consent. They'll do anything to make these people. So, like, what if the only way to remove the abuses of power would be to join the hive so that everyone's on an equal playing field again?
It's a very depressing thought.
It's super depressing. It would be like but imagine doing a whole apocalyptic story like that, and then the answer is not that the hive has won, but like you join for selfless reasons, not even because you want to. I don't think that's where the show's going. It's absolutely not. But
you never know.
Although I did think it was interesting this week because they did my impression after the second episode was that they would not force the outliers to join. It was like, you still get to choose, but like, you're going to choose. And then this week the way Zosia was talking about it was like, well, but we do have a biological imperative. I'm like, oh, so they might force.
Yeah.
Right.
They're going to force them.
Oh, yeah. My assumption was that they were going to force them once they figured out how.
Once they figured it out how. Yeah. It just, I got confused because it seemed like it was like, we're going to figure out how, but like, we would never force you. Or, or at least that was the way it sounded in the second episode. Like, we just want to make you happy. And if being forced in didn't make her happy, it seems like that would then be a conflict. Like, oh,
right,
we can't make you. But
right. But they also do
like
need to keep her happy because of what it does to them if she's not.
Right. So does that become the answer? They try to make her join and she has a fit and kills one of them. Like, does she stay safe because at any point she can just like have a tantrum?
Right.
But what if she joins and her unhappiness breaks the spell?
That's actually what I was thinking, was that would somehow be the antidote.
It would be interesting.
But there can't be that. There's got to be other people that are unhappy.
Yeah, the world is filled with miserable sons of bitches. What I was thinking was like, so if they have everyone's personality, like in this cloud, like this hive mind has everyone. Carol was telling them to like, not like to not bring up Helen, to like turn her off, like don't. But like, could they inhabit one personality more than others? Can they bring one to the forefront? Like, in that sense, like, could she ask that Helen that's more of Helen? But then in that case, why can't everyone who's a part of the hive mind bring their own personality to the forefront and kind of go back to being? So I don't know, but I was playing with this idea of like, Helen's in there somewhere.
I feel like that too. Like, I think that's why she's drawn to Zosia a little bit, because a little bit of Helen is in there.
But a little bit of Helen would be in any hive person.
Right.
Yes.
They all have it.
She only knows Zosia.
Right.
As an individual. Right.
Because she hasn't bothered to try. Well, because they aren't individuals.
But also, I love the competence porn on the show. Just like watching them reassemble a grocery store was so satisfying.
Just the shot of all of the 18-wheelers pulling in this perfect pattern.
It's so amazing.
It was so good.
It's funny that you say that, Dustin, because that I had a different like competence porn reaction to shots like that, where it's just like, look at just the visual storytelling and just that they're spending 2 to 3 minutes with basically no dialogue, just showing us the precision with which the hive mind operates. But in making those shots work, you have to film it with precision. Like the crew had to be working in a similar fashion to make that work. Which is very satisfying.
It really, and it's what Vince Gilligan does. Like I remember, I don't remember exactly. There was like a 20-minute sequence opening an episode of Better Call Saul where like Mike was just putting together a contraption. I don't remember what it was, and it was just so satisfying to see him just meticulously put it together. And that's what he does, man.
Mm-hmm. There's also something satisfying about this show to me that I don't know how else to describe it, but this show feels very much like if you didn't know anything about Vince Gilligan, but you knew, like, you didn't know if you had never seen Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad, but you knew he was talented and you knew that he came up kind of around like X-Files and like mid 90s TV was kind of like where he was trained as a writer. This kind of feels like the show that would come out of that brain. Like it feels very much like, oh, this is the show that he's been waiting to do necessarily, but just that this is a show that like feels very naturally to come out of who he is based on where he's come from as a writer. Because it's very like it has like tinges of X-Files. It has weird tinges of like 90s TV to me, just in like it's a little bit silly, and that's fine, and like it's unapologetic about that. But then it also has all of the visual flourish that he's developed over like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul and all of that.
That also just feels like, I mean, a little bit X-Files, but in the sense that X-Files was also like, you kind of go back to, and this is something that I think a lot of shows do, and it drives me nuts, where it's like they have a concept that would be great for a single episode of The Twilight Zone or Outer Limits, like one of those anthology shows where it's like, oh, weird reality, and then like, and it's good for an episode. It's a thought experiment, but then they make that the plot, and then they can't stretch it. They can't figure out how to make a full season or multi-season run out of what should be a single episode of The Twilight Zone.
Right.
This feels like to me the exception. It's like doing this as a single episode of The Twilight Zone would have been a disservice.
Right.
But you can see that root of like, it's a thought experiment from a guy who actually does know how to turn that into something longer and construct it and know how to like explore it in a more deep way while still letting it be kind of light and jokey at times, like where it's like, it can be simple. It can be very simple, and that's okay. That's not going to get in the way of like turning this into a full season.
Right.
But I have a feeling that it might just be a 2-season show. And
have they renewed it for a second? It is 2 seasons.
Yeah.
It was ordered for 2.
Yeah.
Good Place should have been like a 3-season show. Like that was an amazing show, but it would have been a much more amazing show. I'm sorry that
Dustin hates Joy. We all know it. That's
I love The Good Place, but it ran a little long.
I don't think so. I think 4 was about right.
It was good.
Weirdly, this show reminds me. The show that reminds me the most of so far is not in terms of tone or subject matter or anything, but every time I've watched it so far, I've gotten vibes of Last Man on Earth.
Yes.
Just in terms of like the way that it's so, the cast is, I mean, there are a lot of people, but the core cast is so small, and it's really just about this one person's experience, and this person is ill-suited for the world around them.
For being the last person on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really good. It's I am going to keep my Apple subscription, Dustin.
Hell yeah.
At least through this show. So I guess that's like another 2 months. Or month-ish. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, don't watch Frontier while you have it.
I don't think that was ever
the plan. You don't even know what Frontier is.
No.
Isn't it called The Last Frontier, Dustin?
Okay, yeah, it's The Last Frontier. Sure. Yes, it's crap.
I have heard that it's quite entertaining and insane.
It's not.
All right. Well, that's what I heard.
Wait, what's the Last Samurai Standing?
That's the Netflix one.
It looks kind of good. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, so this is not like
I've heard good things about that one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it either. Yeah. It's like Squid Game. The boiled down too simple description is Squid Game with samurai.
But like, historical Squid Game.
Yeah.
Or something, yeah.
But I don't know.
I had an interesting week where there was so much TV that I quit a lot of things just because I was like, oh, there's too much. I don't have. So I watched like the first 5 minutes of Palm Royale, and I was like, oh, I'm done. I can't. Because the first season was bad, and I thought, well, maybe it'll get better. But no. And then I quit Welcome to Derry, too. It's not doing anything for me.
I love Stephen King. I watched all of Castle Rock. I have not watched a single episode of Welcome to Derry.
It's just not.
Everything I hear about it is like, how do you take this and it sounds so uninteresting to me. And I should give it a chance, but like, I got cartoons to watch. I got other things. I don't want.
Yeah. Well, I got Mormon Housewives.
Oh my God. We've all got something. I just started a show that apparently is a Korean-Japanese collaboration on Netflix called Romantics Anonymous. it is exactly the level of silly rom-com that I like sometimes just need.
Mhm.
It's about a woman who is a chocolatier. She like makes fancy high-end fancy chocolates, but she has like crippling anxiety. She's like cripplingly shy, and cannot make eye contact with people. Like does she wants to so she's like an anonymous chocolatier who like just hands her chocolates to the store and like nobody can like come in contact with her. And then the store gets bought out by or the restaurant or whatever gets bought out by this big candy company, and the heir to the is going to turn it like the idea is to like have them that this like fancy chocolate like help them have a high end range, like learn how to make better chocolate to put on the market. So it's like that's why they buy this like smaller high end, and so they need the like anonymous chocolatier to like help out. But the son, so the guy who has taken over this operation, taken over the store, he can't touch people.
Oh,
He is like totally like cannot make contact, has to wash his hands. He's totally OCD, like is germaphobe, like cannot touch anything. And so it's a romance between a woman who can't make eye contact and a guy who can't touch anyone.
All right.
that is interesting.
But funny, like it's cute. I don't know where it's gonna go. I only saw the first episode, but I was like, I will 100% watch this. This is exactly right. Just two weirdos falling in love, and there's chocolate.
That's
And that
mighty
sounds
appealing.
Yeah. So, just saying, it's no chicken nugget.
Or Mormon Housewives.
Or glass heart.
Actually, no. I mean, nothing can be glass art. Do
Yeah.
you actually like Mormon Housewives?
I do. I
Oh
really
my
do.
God.
I don't know about
I don't
you guys.
get it.
I am looking forward to our end of the year best of show
Oh.
because I think we're going to be so all over the place. It's going to be insane.
Yeah.
Well, I would like it if we were all over the place instead of two people ganging up on one person. And when
That's
that
no
one
one
person
gangs up on
always
anybody.
me.
We make
No.
very natural decisions. And there's no season of Mandalorian this year, so I don't know what you're worried
Right.
about.
Thank God.
Yeah. No, we're definitely not going to have any conversations to coordinate
No.
ahead of the. Yeah. We're all going to individually follow our guts.
Yeah.
What else we got, Dan?
Well, we have about 3 minutes left. So Tori has talked about Romantics Anonymous. We talked about Pluribus, Physical Asia. You don't want to talk about Chair Company inexplicably, so, whatever.
Oh, no, I want to hear.
I haven't seen this week's episode, but
Okay.
all right, Dustin, you can talk about it. Yeah, I mean, you can talk about it.
I don't have anything to say about it. I just don't care for it.
That's what I want you to talk about.
But just in every episode makes me care less about it. It's not going any. I don't like it. I want to like it.
Yeah.
I like the first two episodes. It's just not. It's yeah. I think maybe this is.
Dustin, have you considered that it's not supposed to go anywhere?
I don't.
Yeah.
No, it's just Tim Robinson stretched too thin.
I am sort of on Dustin's side, but I to me, like I need to, because it does seem like the balance of weird things happening that are coincidence and weird things that genuinely seem to be intentional and potentially a conspiracy. And they're trying to kind of have both those plates in the air the whole time and without meaningfully advancing. And I think that's the point. I think, and the humor comes along the way of like the scenarios that develop, which either are, should never have happened in the first place. And everyone being weird around Tim Robinson, like Tim Robinson actually not being the weirdest person on the show. Like the ancillary characters are so odd. But I do think it is the kind of show where like I genuinely can't form an opinion on it until the finale. Like I need to know where it lands.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like you're waiting for the punchline.
I don't know that any punchline can justify it, but maybe.
And that's where I'm like, what is it all for? And I do think that, like, at a certain point, the buildup will never be worth it. But sometimes that's even funnier. So I don't know. But I do find myself, like, within episodes, there are moments where I'm like, oh, that's really funny. That's really interesting. That's whatever. But, like, I don't find myself laughing as much as I thought I would.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I'm like, I don't know. I
I'm
am
having a
not as
great
down
time.
on it. Yeah.
I think it's a bunch of weird. I mean, I didn't see this last episode, so I don't know if that is suddenly what turned Dustin. But
No, I turned a while ago.
I'm happy to have the weirdness wash over me.
Yeah.
I kind of, I get what you're saying, Tori, about, like, it's not as laugh out loud funny as you might have expected. But I kind of don't care. Like, I feel like I'm just getting such weird vibes from it.
Yeah.
That's enough for me personally. That
Yeah.
I can
And
just
the weirdness is very well tuned.
yeah.
Like, there are moments in it where I'm like, that I do think justify the ride. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not trying to say it's just, like, boring or something. Like, it's
Right.
It's not. It's just I'm having a really hard time, like, making up my mind about it.
Do you think that that's do you think that any of that is because of the lowdown and the way that, like, that show? I would argue that show did a better job of balancing tone and mystery. I mean, that show is much more. It's a drama. They have more time, so it's obviously more.
Yeah.
It's more of a, like, it's. I don't want to say it's easier, but it is more. It has more room to do a satisfying mystery and give you fun character stuff.
Yeah, but it also, I feel like that one, and it's not even about whether it had the room. It had, while watching that show, I had I knew I had a clear vision of what it wanted to be. Like, I felt, or at least I felt like it had a clear vision of, it has a mystery and it will go through the motions of this mystery, but it was always a character study.
Right.
And I think I'm not sure exactly what that vision is with the chair company, because it's like, it's not really a character. What is it? A character study of Ron Trosper? Like, is it that character? Is it the weirdos around him? Is it, like, because there's so much, it's like, and even the mystery of it, like, it's not really a mystery, because most of the time the mystery is beside the point in the show.
It's a vehicle to get into weird scenarios,
weird situations,
and
yeah,
like another sketch, essentially.
Exactly. And I appreciate that. I don't mind it, but I think it's because it is built with this sort of, like, sketch to sketch to sketch almost mindset, but in the package of a linear story, and so it's like, if I feel like that clear vision of what it wants to be, I'm not picking up on. And it doesn't mean I don't enjoy a lot of the parts. And that's why I'm still holding back, because I'm like, it could land somewhere that, like, gives me the vision. I can look back and go, oh.
Right.
And I'm not going to spoil it. Like, I do enjoy it, but there are some just storylines that are coming out. And mostly, the other thing that struck me too is, like, I went into this assuming I was going to be watching another sort of, like, Tim Robinson's character blows up his life.
Right.
And that hasn't quite happened either. He's not as unhinged as
He's more capable than a normal Tim Robinson character.
Right. He's more and certainly more capable than I was expecting. Which doesn't mean which means that some of those situations that he gets into are even more uncomfortable, because you always have the sense of, like, he does know better, and he knows better, and, like, and then other times he does get himself out of them. So, like, either it doesn't go as off the wall as it should have, because his character is more capable,
Mhm.
or it goes off the wall, sort of, but there's no ramifications because his
Right.
characters. It just. And weirdly, I'm like, I'm happy. I'm glad your wife is still fine. And like, I was expecting your life to be like already spiraling out of control by episode
Right.
3.
Right.
But I'm also sitting here going, well, if he's not a normal Tim Robinson character, what are we doing here? I don't know.
I will say, I haven't seen the most recent episode, which was this past Sunday, but the episode prior where they track down the actor and the way that builds to the chaos of going back to his apartment and everything like that, to me felt that was very satisfying. And also just just the way that yeah, I was very satisfied with the build there, even though ultimately in terms of the plot, they didn't really get anything.
They didn't get anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of it because like so many of the clues or like the developments in the case are like vague impressions of things that sort of coincidentally match up.
Right.
Which I'm sure is the point. Like there is no real conspiracy or whatever, except that there are enough things that are weird that are going on that do seem to point. I don't know.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts. So maybe that's the point. Maybe it's to drive you as nuts as this guy is nuts. But even that scenario, what you're talking about with the actor, like I loved the bar scene and then the build to like going back to the apartment and then they follow him home and all that stuff. But at a certain point, it's like, well, when do the cops show up? I think that's the step I'm always missing. Like Ron keeps getting into these scrapes and then just like going home to his family and it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the hospital and still gets out and goes home.
Right.
And I'm always waiting for like, so there was no real repercussion.
Right. I assume it's coming.
It will come.
But.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see. I think I don't know how many episodes are left, but it'll be, I don't know. I'm still excited to watch it, but
I'm very excited. I need to get to the end. I need to know what's happening.
All right. The duck is quacked, but Dustin, briefly, what are The Beast in Me and Death by Lightning?
Oh, The Beast in Me, Netflix show, Claire Danes, Matthew Rhys, fantastic, almost preposterous mystery, but it works. And then Death by Lightning is just really, really good. It's the show about the assassination of James Garfield with Michael Shannon and Matthew McFadden, and the cast is just up and down, just fantastic. Nick Offerman and Bradley Whitford, and just so much more entertaining than you would think a historical piece might be.
And this is about the assassination of James Garfield.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. Which nobody knows anything about. I barely knew anything about. I remember the guy who killed him, and now I forget his name, but I didn't know anything about James Garfield, but he was going to be a good president. But then he got killed like 3 months into his, and then he like had an infection. It took him like 2 months to die.
I heard about that.
It's 4 episodes.
Yes, it's a quick one.
All right.
I wanted to see Beast in Me just because it sounds like the Jenks.
Oh yeah, I did read a review comparing it to the Jinx, and it is. Yeah.
It's just like it's they just made Robert Durst like young and hot, younger and hot, and like put Claire Danes next. Like, what if he moved in next to some memoir writer and like they just feed off of each other?
It's really fun, though not too fun because Claire Danes.
Cry face.
Right.
Cool.
That's all I got to say about that.
Week? Do we have anything we're going to talk about next week from this week?
The Ted Danson, Man on the Inside, is the thing that's coming back.
Yeah.
Wait, Dustin, did you watch whatever. What is it called? I don't remember what it's called, but the NBC comedy about
Stumble?
cheerleaders. Yes, Stumble.
Yes, it's so good.
Oh, is it? I haven't
It's
seen
really
it.
good. Yeah, yeah. It's
I mean,
really,
I
really
know
good.
it's I think it's the same
Trial and error
creator
people.
as Trial and Error, right?
Yeah.
So I was curious to watch it, but I have not yet seen it.
It's a weird, it like comes on Friday night. It's a weird time, but it's like fantastic. Great cast. Taron Killam.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Oh, good for him. Oh,
Which
Kristen
He's
he's
hilarious.
also got isn't he also in High Potential?
He is.
Yeah.
Yes.
He just
He's
shows
doing
up
well.
and stuff. He's doing fine. Good for him.
All right. Well, that's our show. We're actually taking next week off because I requested it because it's Thanksgiving week.
Oh, it is. Yes, indeed. All right.
So, unless I don't know, maybe we change our minds, but
No,
I
no.
feel like
Thanksgiving is a good time to take.
feel like it's
Nobody's
good
going to
to
listen
take-
to us on Wednesday.
yeah. So we're going to be back again in 2 weeks, which is not normal for us, despite the way this fall has gone. But Dustin has had a lot of shenanigans.
Okay.
So.
All right.
I mean, look, Dustin, you've been canceling every episode, so
Okay. All right.
I'm just saying. Anyway, we will be back in 2 weeks in December. Have a happy Thanksgiving if you do that. If you're American, because Canadian Thanksgiving is October, and other countries whenever they do their thing, if they have a thing that's equivalent. But
Let's be real. Good luck with Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I hope everyone gets the deals that they're looking for.
is that a thing still?
What,
Oh, yeah.
shopping?
No, I just mean like I haven't bought anything on Black Friday in years.
I wait for the sales. I don't go like to stores.
All right.
I think all anybody buys anymore are headphones anyway. Earbuds.
Ugh.
That's what Black
I have
Friday is for.
headphones.
Earbuds.
It's fine.
Yeah, Black Friday. The only time I ever knew somebody who would like go to stores for it was always just to Best Buy. It was like, TVs and headphones, stuff like that.
I mean, I used to go when I was younger and had energy, but
yeah,
or when Best Buy carried DVDs, and all of a sudden there'd be a bunch of like $5 DVDs, but
yeah,
they don't do that anymore.
No.
So,
well, and it's also pointless. Like, I'm not going to go to a store because like Cyber Monday, you can get everything online, and most of the Cyber Monday deals are happening, or Black Friday deals. They'll launch them. Some places already have their Black Friday deals launched.
Mm-hmm.
So like, let's I always say I'm going to Christmas shop for other people, and then I just buy myself stuff. It's fine.
that's the spirit. Anyway, we will be back in 2 weeks. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
We didn't get Dustin to sing today.
He sang a little bit in the beginning.
Oh,
I mean, his name song.
that's
Old Man
Tori
Tucker.
sang too. So
Yeah.
That was great.